Was Star Wars Squadrons any good? I bounced off this one back in 2020, but I dusted off my PlayStation VR and gave it another go, and holy crap, this is a totally different experience in VR. However, this game is a one-trick pony. It does dogfights and simple spaceflight missions very well, but that's all it does. There are hangar scenes between missions, but you don't really do anything until you're back in the cockpit. But about that space combat, this is good stuff. Diverting power between shields, engines, and weapons is an interesting mechanic. It's a system that adds a light touch of strategy to your flying around while keeping it approachable. The story is pretty good if you're a Star Wars fan, and picks up after the original trilogy. You play as separate pilots on both sides of this conflict, which was cool, but it seemed like the game could have had these squadrons kind of interact with each other a little more. As for multiplayer, the game is no longer supported, and the player counts are dwindling, so I didn't spend much time there. So is it any good? If you're not playing it in VR, this is a pretty solid meh. But if you do have access to a VR setup, and you happen to be a Star Wars fan, this game is a must play, and it gets a giant thumbs up.